Hey girlfriends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa. If you've never been here before, I'm 61 years old as we speak. I'll be 62 in September. So I'm only here, on Sundays. I wished I could do more. But today we're going to learn something new. I've got a brand new foundation that I absolutely adore, and it's this here. I really like it. I do. I love it. And I want to show you how to use it. It's by CoverGirl. Now, I have been using CoverGirl Simply Ageless with the oil of Olay in it. Beautiful finish. Well, this is the finish with this one. So let me show where we're going to start and begin with this face without all of this on. And I want to show you how I got this look. So just keep watching. Okay, so here we are. I have a lot of melasma on my face. This one definitely is a big one. I'm really thinking about, I ordered something that's got a skin kind of peel to it, and it's on its way now. I did order me some castor oil. I'm going to try using that and see how that changes my skin as well. But right now, the first thing that I ever do before I put anything on my face is my skincare. Now, this is Glowplexion. It is by Younique. This is actually the cleanser. Love it. It's a very moisturizing cleanser. It doesn't feel like your face has been stripped of anything. So that's a great one. I really like that one. And then this is the serum. Yes. And then this is the cream that put on after that. And what I like to do, I like this Nivea Cellular. It's luminous. It's got an SPF in it, anti-dark spot. Now, I ordered this off of Amazon. And what I do is I pair these two together. I put a little bit of this in my hand, get a little bit of this, and I put it all over my face because this has the SPF that we need as we get older, because we got lots of age spots. I mean, I'm a connect the dot kind of girl. There's no telling what you would find. You can connect the dots, make some giraffes for all I know. But the other thing that I finished with, I let all that kind of sink in, go get me some coffee in the morning, and boom, I come back in here, and this is a must for me. This Beauty Oil by Younique is absolutely fabulous. I do wear it quite a bit, and I'm just going to kind of put a little, like, on the tips of my fingers here, like this, and then I just gently kind of rub it through my face, especially through the center of my face. Very, very, very important, because what I'm going to say about this, yes, it's an oil. However, it doesn't sit on the face. It absorbs, like into your skin. And I do put it right underneath my eyes. And then I make sure that I come up and around. Typically, I'm not going to have makeup on already around my eyes. So I'm just kind of working around that. And then just pat. Never really kind of swipe. Just, really pat gently with that under there. And then the only other thing that I'm going to use is, this is something new that I got, I guess, a couple of weeks ago. I believe I was in Ulta. I shouldn't go there. Now, this is Charlotte Tilbury's cream. It's a magic eye cream is what it's called. And I really do like it. Now, it is kind of thick. Some people don't like a lot of thickness, but you can see I've already been using it. And basically what I like to do is take a little bit, put some there. I can get it on, right? Let's see. There we go. And I'm going to take a little more, put it right over here. And let me put it down. And let's take this little bit here, and we're just going to smooth it in. The one thing I like about this, as it hits your skin, you can feel it kind of melt. Do you see that? See how it just kind of melted away and easy to blend? And yes, I move it all the way. Now, I already have eyeshadow on, so I've already put my skincare through there earlier. I do like to use this on my lids too. And then I go and get some coffee, and I'll let this absorb into my skin, and then we'll come back and I'll blot it just a little bit, and we'll get started with this face. Okay, while my skincare is kind of sinking in still, I want to show you this CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfecting Essence. I've only tried it one time, and so I wanted to see if I liked it, and I really thought it was beautiful. So then that way I'm going to share it with you, okay? But this is his Hydro Fresh Tint. I really do like it. It's very different when you look at the bottle, and I'll show that to you in just a second. I'm using the color 30. I have medium, light medium is what I have. Light medium in this. You see that? Look at that. It looks like little beads in there, but it has skincare in it, and I'll list some of the things that it has down here. But it's really a nice foundation, and I've only worn it one time because, I wanted to save a little bit. I want to make sure I had enough, you know, to show you guys. I think it's absolutely beautiful, but I'm going to show you how I apply it. And you can look at my skin. My skin is not perfect. By no means. It's not. And I live here in Alabama, and it's hot here. So in the summers, so you have to have something really good, and you always have to have some kind of primer you got to put on. So primer would be the first thing that I would do, and then I would come back and apply this, and then I've got to do my under eyes. I already did my eyes per se. I've done that, but let's get started with this because I think you're going to really like it, and I'm going to show you some different tools that I use to apply it with, like a brush, and then maybe I love the Beauty Blender. I think the Beauty Blender is probably one of the best things to push it into your skin, and then you can come back and buff it out with a brush. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is put some Hottie. I'm almost out of this. I got to order some more. This is a lip plumper. It's Younique's lip plumper, and I love it. As my granddaughter says, it stingles. And it does. It has a little tingle to it. I really love it because it really helps with these lines around my mouth before I put it. I got some lines coming there. I don't really like it, but this really does help it. So let me see how many pumps I want to use of this. Now, typically, you can put it in a little dish if you like to. I really like to put it on the back of my hand because, you know, it's just easier for me to dab it and put it on my face. Now, one thing I want to do is go ahead and let's blot my face real quickly with just some tissues. So let's blot it just right through here, right through the center. That way we're ready. Oh, that feels fabulous. And my under eyes are ready too. Make sure you do your under eyes. That's probably one of the most important things to do because that's, you know, that's your focal point of your whole face. And you can see I've got bags. And we're going to work on that too today. Well, we're going to focus on this foundation real quick. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use, I know I'm going to use this, and I am going to use this for my primers. This I spray first. This is Younique's. This is the prime and set. I always want to say set and prime, but it's prime and set. Fabulous. Love this. I start with this and I end with this. And then this is illuminating primer. You can see it's all about gone. I do love, love, love this stuff here. But we're going to first put this on. And all I do is hold my hair up and just spray your whole face and let it set. You're going to have to make sure that you let this set for a few minutes. Now, typically I don't wait. I go ahead and put this on so that the two can be married together because I only put this in the center of my face. This is so pretty. It's very luminous. And it does give your, you know, your sheen to your skin, but it's also a great face primer. I don't put it underneath my eyes, though. I use another technique for that, so don't put it there unless you just want to. You can do it if you want to. And then I got to let this sit for a few minutes. You do. Let it adhere to your skin, and then we're going to come back and we're going to work on the face. Okay, girlfriends, I am going to use just a little bit of this Smashbox. It minimizes pores. I love this stuff. It's like a matte kind of primer. If I can get any out of this. I bought a brand new one I haven't even opened yet. And so, there it comes. The reason I like to use this, I put it right on the tips of my fingers like this. I like to use it around my nose and through this area. Now, if you have problems with the big pores, you might want to do this too. I like it. I put it all around here because that's where my problem is. And I really like to kind of, it's a great solution. And this is very moisturizing. And we're going to use this again, but it's going to be used under my under eyes. And we're going to mix it with my concealer. And that has been the best trick I have ever found. It really, really does work. And so now let's take a look at where we are. See, we're all primed and prepped and ready to go. So what I really love to do first, I like these RMS. These are actually concealers, but it used to be like their foundation, the RMS Beauty. Love, love, love these. I have one in the color 11, which is a lighter color, and this one is 22, which is a little darker color. So what I like to do before I put on my foundation, I like to dot these around my face in certain places. So we're going to start, I always start with the darker color, and this is the darker color here. I'll show you the difference in the two. I should have had them open. See? This one, they're just a little bit different in color, not that much. This is a little shade lighter. This is the one, you can use it under your eyes. That's what I started it, you know, with. But I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to look at me and go, where would I like, you know, some contour? I like contour down here. And so just pop it where you think you might need it. I really like to put some right there on that dark spot. Yes, and I like to put it over here on these spots. This side over here is kind of strange. It's got a, see how that spot's in the middle and then it's white all around it. I don't know what that means, but it's kind of weird. And so I do put a little bit more there just to kind of, get rid of that. Now I do have some right here that, some brown spots. I really just kind of put this where I need it as brown spots. So let's dot a little more and a little there. You don't have to have a rhyme or reason or how you want to do it either. It just is you. You do you. And yes, I like to put it on the side of my nose. I am going to put it right here where that redness is. Under my nose. Really covers the redness great. All right, let's take the lighter color. And the lighter color, I'm really just going to put it like through the center of my face, through here, through there, down my nose, and then I like to just bring it right here in the center of my face there. And one other place as we sink in, you can't see it on this side, but I like to put it right there on each side, right in there. That way, light brings things forward. And that's really all I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to start with. And then when we get this other product, I'm excited about using it. So let me put these up and we're going to do this. Okay, so I did pull my hair back. That was one thing that I needed to do. Always kind of put this on the back of your hand. I'm just going to do one pump right now. This is very shimmery. It's the consistency of it is very different from anything else I've used. See how it's very, very pliable. And so what I'm going to do is just dot it where I need it, which, is going to be right in here and here and here and here. Now, if you want to use this on your entire face, yes, ma'am, you can do that. This is just my personal preference for me, how I like to do my face. And this is generally what I do every single day. I always use the RMS. And if you've got some concealer that you like, use it. You don't have to use RMS. I'll put RMS stuff down there. I've been using it for a while now, and I just love it. I think it complements whatever I put on. And you see, I'm not really rhyme or reason to do this. I just put, you see, that was a tiny bit. And whatever's left, just kind of rub it in on your skin. Now, the first thing that we are going to do is I am going to use a brush for this. I feel like a brush sometimes is like the best thing to use. There are some brushes for BK Beauty. This one is one of theirs too. This is one here. This is 106 and this is 101. They're very different. See how the big sides are? I really like a smaller one because I have a smaller face, but I haven't used this one, so I thought I would try to use this one because this one is a foundation brush. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to kind of pat it in like this. Pat it into your skin. And this brush, it does all the work. Really, it does. Watch. No, I love the other Simply Ageless. It's the CoverGirl, the cream one. Oh my goodness, that one is like beautiful. Oh, this is pretty. But mixing it a little bit, like if you need a little more coverage, I'm showing you how to have a little more coverage. You do not have to do the little contouring parts that I did at the beginning. I just think it's pretty. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, here's my nemesis. Red, red. I don't know why it stays that way. I just know that it's red there. And makeup is makeup. Buy it, use it. You know what? You can, if you get something that's not your color, see if you've got something else that you can mix it with. Like I did this, and then it brings it all together. So play around with it. Don't give up. I used to have a friend that she just, I don't know how to do this. And, and I worked with her a long time. And then she finally figured out what was best for her skin. Skincare is the most important thing that you can do. I promise you that. Oh, girlfriends. I'm telling you what, CoverGirl's knocking it out. They really are. Now, I'm going to come back and take my Beauty Blender. And I'm going to take a look at this and just see how my pores look. Oh, I really don't think I need to. You know how sometimes you get wrinkles? Well, I got wrinkles. See? No Botox on me. So what I think sometimes is I put it right through here, just kind of walk it across your head. And then it's going to remove whatever's in those lines. So that's the reason I like to come back and look. Like right here, I got some lines around my lips, Lord. Now, I might have to do something about those lippy things. I don't know. That sounds like it might hurt, though. That looks really good. It does. So if you feel like you put too much, use one of these. Make sure it's moist. And this is the original Beauty Blender. My favorite. Absolutely my favorite. And see, now we're ready to do some under eye concealer. And so I'm going to grab my stuff for that. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. You're going to love this. If you haven't watched me before, I'm 61 years old, if I haven't told you that. I'll be 62 in like September the 27th. So I'm getting old, and I try to do everything I can for my skin, you know. But I'm going to use something else. We're going to mix two products, and we're going to do under eyes. I think you'll love it. Okay, you ready? This is remember when I put this on my nose? I put it here on the back of my hand. I do everything on the back of my hand. You know, when you do that, your skin, your body kind of warms it up. It's more pliable. It's easier to use. Now, I love Huda Beauty concealers, but they are very messy. But I love it. I don't care. I think this is Marshmallow is the name of this one. But see how it gets all around the thing. I don't know if that's a design flaw or whatever, but heck, I don't care. This stuff works really well. And I do use this to highlight around my face too. Toward the end, I would do that. But right now, we are going to take this and mix it together, just like that on the back of my hand. You see? There it is. Back of my hand, and just dab your finger, and then we're going to take it. I'm going to place it there. We're going to place it there. Let me put a little more. And sometimes if you have some discoloration here, you can kind of bring it down the side of your nose. That's okay. But we're not doing a V thing. I do come out here and just dab it right here. And I dab it right here. Now, you say, Lizard, what do you use to do this with? I use my fingers right here. These two, my ring fingers. And what I do is just place it and just start patting. Don't do it hard. Just kind of pat and push out. You're not really pushing out really hard. You're just kind of patting it in and getting it where it needs to be. You see, I kind of look up when I do it, so I make sure I get right up underneath there. And most of the time, if you're going to have any kind of creasing, make sure you put your moisturizer on. That is like the key for the under eyes. You have to. You just have to, or it's not going to work for us. And what I do typically now is I sit back and I look at it. I pick up my mirror. And I go, okay, that looks really good. Now, what I'm going to do now is take this and just lightly tap through here, and it will get rid of whatever I don't need. All right? Whatever I don't need. Now, I could do some color correcting under here if I wanted to. I really don't think my bags are that bad today, but if you're going to do it, I like this NYX. It's a color corrector, and you could definitely come. If I wanted to fix it right now, I can. If you want to, you could come right under here and look. It's right there. That's my little baggie right there, and then I have a little discoloration right there. So mine's not too bad, but basically it's right down here underneath. And what you can do then is, I got a little bit left on my hand, so I'm going to grab a little of this, and I'm just going to kind of blend that into it, okay? Just like that. And don't worry now, because we're going to warm up the face, and you're going, whoa, you're getting too light. Well, I haven't done my bronzer. I haven't done my contour yet, so I just kind of want to give you these techniques for this eye under here, because that's really important, because that's the central focal of your face. And just kind of push it in again, and then come back and look at it. Don't be fast with your under eyes. Be real gentle with yourself. And I'm going to get some out of it right here. I got a little too much there. If you do that, this stuff is wonderful. You need to use it. Okay, that looks good. Now we're going to grab one of these, and we are going to use powder. Yes, I use powder. I do like using powder. Even though I've used a concealer and mix this with it, I always come back with it. And this is one of those little powder puffy things. I like these. These work really well. And I scrape a lot of it off. This, you know, this is so light. It's so easy to use. And all you're going to do, girlfriend, is press it in here like that. I usually just kind of look up and press it and set it. And you always come back at some point after you get done with your makeup. You can always come back, always kind of scrape some off. You can look at it and see what you think. And if there's anything settling in little lines, you can take a tiny, tiny eyeshadow brush and just brush it off. You're not going to do it really hard. You're just going to lightly, like sweeping it away, like using a broom. Now look how pretty this is. Is that not gorgeous? And somebody was telling me the other day, somebody put a comment on one of my posts on here one day, and they said, well, she said, I think you have a filter. I'm like, no, I don't. It's just that good. It is. It's just that good. Look at that, how I highlighted that. Now, I am going to go ahead and do some contour. I don't know that you want to watch me doing contour because that's not what this is really about. This is really about looking at this foundation and seeing how beautiful it is. All right, let me get this off my head, and I will grab what I'm going to use, and we'll just go ahead and do some contour. I'll show you how to do that. I was just sitting here looking at this foundation and how beautiful it is. It is really, really pretty. I'll have to look and see how many different shades it comes in. It comes in a lot of different shades, okay? So, but what I'm going to add to it now, though, these are my 3 things that I love to add. Not necessarily, I use the same blush all the time. You can use whatever blush you like. I do like a cream blush because that's what I'm going to use. And this is Tarte. This is Man Eater. I think it's Blush and Glow. Blush and Glow. This is so pretty. Love that. This is Younique's Barely Bronzed. Yes, girl, this stuff is fabulous. I like this because it warms up the face. And then this is my WSOR. This is by NYX. I love this too because it's a taupey color. So mixing these two gives me the best of both worlds because you don't want it to look muddy. And that's what this, I like this taupey color, the cool tone with the warm tone. You got it? So let me show you where I use these. This, I absolutely will use this right here along that line there. Right? I do it right on my bone. Okay? And I don't come past your eye. Don't do that. Don't do it. And then I will come right above it, right, kind of basically right on it, really, and add that color and add this color. Now I'm going to mix those two first together before I do the blush. I really like to do the blush second. Some people like to do it together, but for me, I kind of like to do it second. Now I do love using this, and I just don't like readiness down here. I really like for it to be more neutral, you know, because I got turkey neck right there. I was looking at that the other day. I took a picture of me sideways. And I'm like, whoa, girl. And I got to thinking about, you know, I may need to buy some of those things that have the little strips that pulls it all up. I might just do that just to try it. It'd be stupid. I know it probably won't even stay. By the time I start talking, it'll come off and hit somebody in the face. Or land on the floor. Yeah. They'll go, what the heck? Sorry. It was a joke. That's what I'll tell them. I'll say it's a joke. I can just envision that happening to me. Now, I love a beauty blender to do this with. And yes, this is a moist beauty blender. So blend it in together. And just look how pretty it is. Because you're going to get the best of both worlds there. Pretty. Now, this is so pretty on. It is. Now, I usually, this is called Double Duty Beauty. Okay. So go to Tarte. They got a lot of different colors. Now, come right here. Don't go past the corner of your eye. And what I typically will do is dot, dot, dot. And then look and see if I've got them kind of even. If I need to add another dot or so, or put some more on top of it, you can do that. And you can always come back and add more. You know, you don't have to, you do you. Because everybody's different and everybody does things differently. Your face is not the same as mine. So, you know, you may have to change it up a bit. But typically, just think about it. Placement. That's all you really need to think about. Everybody's face is different. We got round faces, triangle faces, which mine is kind of triangular or diamond shaped. It comes around in a heart shaped. I guess that's exactly what it would be. Now, I do like to come over my nose a little bit with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my nose with some of this. This is the bronzer. cream bronzer like this. And then I like to come back and grab the NYX here. And I like to come and I like to add a little bit of this to it. Why? Because it really tones it down. And that red, I can't deal with all that red. And basically, I've gotten to where I pretty much just cover my whole nose. Because down here, my nose is wider than it used to be. And so take it up just a tad. Make sure you take it kind of all the way up to your brow. I still haven't finished out my brows, so I'll do that too. Take this and blend it in, girl. You can use a brush. But I'm just telling you, a beauty blender is your best friend. It really is. It really works well. And what we're going to do is bring some light back to my nose with some concealer. You see that? It just, to me, I really have to just darken the whole nose and then come back and use a concealer, which I'm going to use Huda. Of course, if I can find Huda, here it is. We're going to use Huda Buddha. I like Huda. So let's do a little bit right there and then just kind of dot it down. I really don't like to put it on the end of my nose. So if you like that, you do that. You do you. And then basically I'm going to come back with this and just bounce it. Bounce it around. Get that nice highlight going on right there in the center of your face. Do you see that? Isn't that pretty? And don't forget to blend this. That's where I put a little bit of bronzer there to make that bottom lip kind of more plump, pouty looking. Oh, what do you think? This is really coming together. But typically, I think you need this foundation. I think you need to try it. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to go and kind of finish up my face, and we'll come back and we'll look at the finished product. All right, to finish this up, this is what we're going to do. I'm taking a beauty blender. I'm going to use some of my It's. We're going to take a little bit of this, not a lot. I like to put it right through here. This is a trick that I do for me to avoid having so much powder. But I think it's really pretty in the end, because what we're going to do is use this powder that's sitting here to kind of blend everything out and soften it. That's basically it. And I'm going to kind of put it down to the center like that, and that's it. Now, bronzer. Yeah, this is Younique's bronzer. Love it. It's a matte bronzer. Actually, this one's going away, but whatever bronzer you have, get it, girl, because bronzer is beautiful on your skin, and you really do need to add some color, especially if you have a larger forehead. You really want to do some contouring, and it really will make it shrink a little bit. I have a little head, so I do like to come across here in the top, though, and make sure you get it all the way up into your hairline. See how pretty that is? Simple, simple, simple. Now, you know what I love to do. I love to take my big purple brush. If you've watched me at any time, you know I like this. Here it is. That was, you know, I could have put that on. You can let it bake a little more. But really, I don't think you need to do that. And this is basically what I do. Blend. Come over here and blend. And just kind of dot it. Because you don't need a whole lot of powder. You really don't. You don't need a whole lot of powder for this. And that's it. That's the only powder that I'm going to use to set everything. And it's so sheer and so light. And I'm just telling you what, I am really liking this. 2 products by CoverGirl that are absolutely wonderful. Where's my other one? I think, oh, here it is back here. This is the other one. These 2 are like fabulous. They are. This one, just so you think, well, Melissa, don't use that. She must not use that. Yes, I do. I like this one too. I have done a video on this one too. And it comes with a little sponge applicator. Now, you do need to wash that, you know, at times. But so, so pretty. This is the color, let me tell you what I have. 220 Creamy Natural. That's this color. Love it. Got skincare in it. This got skincare in it. Everything pretty much has skincare in it now. You know why? I think us older ladies, we demand that. And you know what? We need it. If we can get some good skincare in our makeup, girl, that's half the battle. Really, it is. Now, I'm using Revolution Fix and Glow Dewy Finish Setting Spray. I only use this on certain areas of my face, which is here, because I like the shine that it gives. And I like to come down the center of my face like that. Isn't that pretty? And it smells good, too. I don't know what the scent, it's not like florally, but it's very clean, floral kind of scent. It's really nice. I like it. And then I come back and I finish off with this. This is that Prime and Mist that we started with, or Setting Prime, and boom. There you go. Ta-da. I always say ta-da. But, okay, so I'm going to sit here, and that's drying. You know, you got to let it dry. Don't touch anything. Just do like this and let it dry. And I did go ahead and finish up my eyes under here. I'm using Tarte eye sticks. I use this one here. I'll link it. It's beautiful. I love it. It's really, really pretty color. These have liners on one side. See, it's got a little liner there, and then this side is the actual color. So they have a lot of these. I want to say they have maybe 8 different colors, but this is the one I really like the most. And then, you know, you can come back and add maybe a little powder from another palette and just put in some light colors, which I grabbed Addiction Palette 9, which is Younique's. And what I did out here, I used that color, like up here, and then I used this color. That's what's on my lid. And then I just took a lighter color, that's a matte color, and just kind of put it here and up and around. So that's what you see going around. So really, really nice. Really, really nice palette. I'll put all the goodies together for you. No kidding. I hope y'all have a fabulous week. I hope you have learned something here today. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pop my brows so you can see the difference, because I really didn't finish up my brows. This is RMS. I love it. It is a great, no, I use the Uncover Up, Cover Up. This is their Back to Brow product. And this is the powder. This is the medium color. Now, since I had to do my foundation, you know, I kind of messed up my brows. But you can just use the powder part of this. You really don't have to use the pencil. I love the pencil though, but I've already done it. Now take this and just kind of blend it out. Blend your friend. I blend it up. And remember now, the trend for this year is skinnier brows, which has been really hard for me because I kind of like bigger brows because I don't have much hair, you know. And so I'm always trying to create it. There we go. That's better. And now you need to do this because it actually frames your face. It really does. It gives you a whole new look. And make sure that you get your arch there. See, you want to have that arch up there. And this little brush is the key. See how that is so good. You can take it like this and you can kind of pop it right here to get exactly where you want it to be, and then just start there and kind of press it in. This is one of my favorite products. I have a lot of ladies that have purchased this and absolutely love it. I had no idea whether I would love it or not, but yes, I do. I do love it. So light, medium, dark. They only come in 3 colors. So you can choose, pick and choose. I usually try to choose whatever. I'm not really a blonde, y'all. This ain't my real hair either today. I just didn't feel like doing that. Put a ponytail on. But this is the real color. That's the real color of my hair right there. I have really dark hair. So that's the reason that I use a little bit darker color on my brows to kind of match that. And that's what you want to do when you go looking for your color, okay? Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. Please like and share and click that notification bell. I'm so excited y'all come and hang out with me. I just love it, love it, love it. So I will see y'all next week. Put in the comments something that I can help you with. And if you need any more information about what I've used today, just ask questions and I certainly will come back and answer them. All right, y'all have a fabulous week. See you later.